Alright, welcome back to my channel. I'm pretty excited about this video. So we're going to be playing with shrink plastic. So I'm going to be using the Shrinky Dinks brand plastic. There's a bunch of different brands of shrinking plastic sort of thing. I just definitely recommend you guys do your research. If you're not using a branded one, to make sure you're getting the right temperature and the right time in the oven. For this particular brand, for the Shrinky Dinks brand in Crystal Clear, it wants me to have my oven at 400 and 1 to 3 minutes in the oven baking. So I've already got that set up, so by the time I finish here, it's good to start baking what we make today. As you can tell, I've already played with these quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the ones I made. I like to keep them in this thing. So I have this keychain, which was like a friendship keychain because all my friends from college are starting to move and stuff now. So each of me and my friends are represented on one of these charms. And then I have a little Kirby, he's super cute, and a little ice cream cone. I've made quite a few more that aren't pictured here. So, those are some of the things I've made, but today I want to make earrings. I think that's going to be my goal for today. I have a cute idea. I'm going to be using Posca pens. I have a bunch of different colors. I have a video on my first time using Posca pens, if you're curious. And then to coat them, for all of them, I've used this crystal clear coat. The Posca does stay on pretty well, but if you're making keychains, I noticed that it doesn't chip the paint, but it kind of like dings it, if that makes sense. Like you can see like indents on it. And I put this on and they've been fine ever since. So, alright, so I think with all that, I think we're ready to start. So I wear a lot of primary colors in my wardrobe. Red, blue, yellow. And I also really love Asian aesthetics. I studied Chinese in college for a year. I have a lot of tattoos in Chinese and stuff. I love it. Aside from that, I think I want really cute earrings that say I love you in Chinese, so it's a Y ni. And I want each word to be one of the colors, each character to be one of the colors, and they're gonna be 3 independent charms that are gonna dangle off of each other. I don't know if that makes sense, but you will understand in time. I just wanted to make sure I kept everything uniform, so I was like, you know what, let me just pull this out and I can trace it when I'm doing the characters. So yeah, I need to do each of these characters twice because I have 2 ears. I'm an artist, but I am not Van Gogh. But I need to make sure I leave space for a hole punch up the top and the bottom. I haven't decided if I want to do some like a drop shadow on the characters or not. I always get anxious when I tell people about how much I like Asian culture. Don't know why. I'm afraid they think I just like it because it's like trendy right now, but I've literally always been so interested in it. Video hole punch here. Video hole punch here. I've been thinking about these earrings for about a week now. I've had the idea, but then I had an idea for last week's video, so I kind of postponed doing this one. But here I am, finally here. It already looks so cute. Like I said, I studied Chinese for about a year. I actually have a Chinese name, which is exciting. My teacher looked at our names and then made Chinese names for us. I remember being in like Spanish class in high school and stuff. We would choose Spanish names, but we would never actually use them. Throughout the semester, we'd end up just kind of relying on our regular English names, and the fact that I live in Texas, you know, a lot of people have had Spanish names already. And it's like, when my name's Izzy, and I decide my Spanish name is gonna be Isabella or something, it's like, I'm just gonna call you Izzy, which is already a very, like, Hispanic name. Even though I am not Hispanic, I don't know. My real name's Elizabeth. But in my Chinese class, my Chinese teacher, like, never called us by our real names. And we did never even learn to the other people's names. It's really different in college because, like, you'll have classes, you don't know anyone in there and you've never met them. Or in, like, high school, you pretty much know everyone after being there for, like, 4 years. College is so different in that regard. Like, I only knew one person in my class outside of the class, and so I knew his English name, but by the end of the semester I didn't even know anyone's English name. I only knew them by their Chinese names, and if I saw them outside of class, I would feel weird, like, going up to say hi to them, because I was like, I don't know your name, I just know you as, like, freaking Kong Dalon or whatever, you know. My Chinese name was Su Lijin. Here's my Chinese name, Su Lijin. So Su is the my family name, technically, because my English last name is Sneed, so I'm pretty sure she just took the S in Sneed and kind of went with Sue. I feel like it fits me. Legion I believe it translates to truly beautiful, and if there was ever a name for me. Also, apparently there's a song called Sue Legion. I listened to it. I'm gonna start by cutting up this way. I don't want to cut off too much excess until I get the hole punch in there. And I don't have a 1-hole punch, I have a 3-hole punch, so it can be a little hard to get exactly where I want it to be hole punched at. So now that they've all been hole punched, it's gonna go like this. I'm really proud of myself because only one of them touched the character. And then, oh, I got a couple of pieces scraped off. Let me fix those while I'm talking. So only one of them touched the character, and then none of them went off the border, which I was actually really nervous would happen. Like, I was so sure that, like, one of them would just, like, do something like this. Bloop. But that didn't happen, so I'm happy about that. And before this is baked, I can still scrape off the paint. After it's baked, it's a little bit harder to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these up a bit. So I think we're ready to bake these. I know this is a super simple pattern. Trying to decide if I need to do a drop shadow or not. I think I'll leave then. I can always do it again if I'm unhappy. Let's move on over to the oven. Alright, so I've moved over to the oven. I've opted to use a parchment paper because I'm out of tinfoil. So I'm just gonna lay them out kind of evenly spaced as much as I can. And then this part is optional, but I've seen a lot of people, if they do use parchment paper, is they'll fold it over on top to keep them from rolling over too much while they're baking, because as they shrink, they move around a lot. If that makes sense. Alright, so my oven's been preheating for a little while now, so it's ready to go. I'm gonna put them on the top rack, because I don't want them to cook, I just want them to get warm. Man, I actually don't know if I like having them covered, because then I can't see what they're doing. I might uncover them. Alright, I'm gonna uncover them really quick. BRB. And when I uncovered them, they were already done cooking. Like, literally in that time, like, they were probably in there 45 seconds and they're already done. Also, I may or may not, I've almost burned my house down for the second time. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off because I'm not sure I'm gonna make anything else today, and I just, you know, don't want to burn the house down again. So these are already cool. Like it's just crazy how fast this process is. So I'm gonna grab them up really quick, put them over here, and let me hook you back up to the tripod, and we'll continue. So we're back. Like, look how small they got. I actually was half expecting them to be smaller. For comparison, they were this big and they got that small. They were originally on like this flimsy kind of plastic, and now they're hard. So I'm going to spray these now with the crystal clear coat. It's really up to you if you prefer a matte look or a glossy look. You know, that's something you can definitely, depending on your spray, you can achieve different looks. Alright, so while these are drying, let me move them out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and show to you and explain to you the hardware I'm going to be using for my earrings. So I've got these pretty classic jump rings here in various sizes. They kind of remind me of SpaghettiOs. I think I got this whole bag, and this is only like half of them. I've used a lot of them already for $1 or $2 at Walmart. And then I got this whole like earring piece kit from Amazon, and I think I got this whole thing for $10 or $15. I'm definitely going to want to make sure I've got largest to go in between them, because that space between them is a large one. I'm gonna need. Then I have all that laid out, and I believe the clear coat is already done drying. I think we can get started. I'm gonna work my way up. I think that'll be the easiest way to do this. I believe that my needle nose pliers are in my car, and I do not want to go outside because it is very hot. I'm just gonna go ahead and do these by hand, which is horrible for my nails. Just attaching one tile to the next. If you're doing this at home, something to keep an eye out for is making sure you're not doing like the characters upside down or something on accident when you're attaching them to the key rings. I think it would be so easy, you know, you just throwing everything around to accidentally like put one of the characters upside down and maybe not notice right away. So definitely double, if not triple check. So yeah, now we got one little dangly. It's sweet. So we've got one earring done. That's exciting. They're definitely a statement jewelry piece, but I actually feel like earrings are kind of a hassle. So if I'm gonna put them on, I don't want them to be something boring. I want them to be something people are gonna compliment. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and meet up with you once I finish the other one. Alright, they're both complete. I'm really happy with them. I mean, they're mostly how I envisioned them. I initially envisioned them a little bit smaller, but I can't complain about these. I actually feel like this looks better than what I envisioned, so alright, so let's cut to me wearing these so you can see what they look like on. Oh yeah, these are like the perfect size actually, like I'm very happy with them. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at how it creates a shadow on my neck when the light shines through it. That's really pretty. I mean, obviously I wouldn't wear them with this outfit. But, oh, I love how dangly they are. They're so fun! Oh my gosh. So yeah, I guess we can end the video here. If there's anything else you'd like to see me try on the Shrinky Dinks, I know I've seen people do puzzles. I haven't done like a shirt pin. I've done keychains. I'd like to try and do like shirt pins or like a faux enamel pin, because I do have like a gold Posca pen, so I think I can make it look like an enamel pen. Leave some comments down below, because I'm curious to see like what kind of ideas you guys have for Shrinky Dinks. It's super fun. If you haven't tried them before, you really need to.